Scotty Pippen Jr. steals McClung's Lakers roster spot. Now, this story is getting crazy. Of course, many of you have heard the news by now and have seen the Summer League team for the Lakers. They got guys like Shareef O'Neal, Scotty Pippen Jr., a ton of talented players on this team, man, and it looks like McClung officially just lost his spot. Now, if you haven't heard the news, McClung has actually switched teams and is no longer playing for the Lakers, but is playing for the G League Warriors team. And it's tough. You guys know the G League is a revolving circle. When you have talented guys continuing to come and play there on specific teams, it's hard to stand out and really do your thing in the G League because everyone's goal is to get to an official NBA team. And that just seems like that's what happened with McClung. Scotty Pippen Jr. came in, and man, the way that they let this dude McClung go, I'm sad. I loved how he played, especially how athletic, and especially winning Rookie of the Year for the Summer League. Man, he was going crazy, averaging over 20 points per game and even over 7 assists per game. Those were pretty good numbers, but I think personally the Lakers just saw this dude's ceiling and wanted to try out some new talent where they saw someone like Scotty Pippen Jr. who could get things done. Now, both of these two guys are super talented, but remember, Scotty Pippen Jr. did actually end up going undrafted and was signed to the Lakers, and he definitely has a lot of promise, being able to get his teammates involved, shoot the ball, but for sure, everyone has their weaknesses. Now, two of the biggest differences between these players is McClung is just a highlight reel. This dude has nice plays and can really look great in the highlights, but overall, sometimes his game does have some weaknesses where someone like Scotty Pippen Jr. is a little bit less flashy, but is more of a playmaker that will get his teammates involved. If you even remember McClung back in the day, this dude was barely averaging any assist even in college, and that just shows that yes, he's more of a score first type of guard and was transitioning to more of that pass first and tried to get his guys involved, which I think he has done decently well on the Lakers G League team and for sure the Warriors so far. Now, McClung just had a game where he dropped 17 points per game, but man, when you're playing for the Warriors G League team, it's tough because there is not a lot of room to move up there. The Warriors are stacked, and the reality of this situation, it's going to be very hard or almost near impossible for McClung to get on that Warriors team with all the talent they have there. Now, did you know they lied to you about the Shareef O'Neal Lakers debut? Well, click this video on the screen because you won't believe the truth about Shareef and his squad.